Okay, Shalom. Shalom. Kwame Sha'ala. Koholoyim La Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushai. Bahashim Chahakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say the waters for the H.I.M. Ahwah. That's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Awah. It's coming at you with another quick lesson. I'm praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And just wanted to touch on Esau, man, the man of lawlessness. You know, it's ongoing with this guy. Like, you could just see the destructiveness of this man's nature when it comes to the way that he gets down. Now, you have Jake, don't get me wrong, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, you know what I'm saying? They do gang shit. They mainly beef with each other, kill each other, because, you know, mainly we're under those curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. And Esau Edom, the hammer of the earth, the so-called white man, you know, he sets up situations where Jake can really fuck themselves up. But when it comes to just the nature of just straight, raw, straight out, flat out killer, killer, it's Esau Edom, the so-called white man, man. He's really, you know, he takes it there. He takes it all the way to the max when it comes to, you know, shooting up a damn school, you know, dismembering their fucking parents, you know. And don't get me wrong, you know, Jake done been around Esau for far too long. Because Jake done picked up on a lot of traits of Esau, you know, done become even more wicked than Esau in a lot of cases. But when it comes to these types of crimes, it's generally always them, right? So it says, Wisconsin man accused of killing parents to fund Trump's assassination plot pleads guilty to homicide, right? So he's pleading, well, you don't have no choice but to plead guilty. But then at the same time, too, he might have, you know how Esau gets down. Esau, what he will do is he'll plead not guilty, even though they got all the evidence, you know what I'm saying, the fingerprints. But what's happening is those curses are starting to be reversed on Esau. Because Psalm 73 in verse 5, they are not in trouble as other men. That's starting to fade on them. Even though they still getting that slap on the wrist for a lot of these crimes that they're committing. But, you know, it's starting to really not work out like that for Esau anymore. You know, they're starting to get that real time, like how Jake gets. Well, let's get into some of the article. Wisconsin man accused of killing his parents and stealing their money to fund a plan to assassinate President Donald Trump pleaded guilty to 2 homicide counts Thursday, locking himself into 2 life prison sentences, which they should take his ass out of here. Because, you know, the scriptures talks about that, you know, a stubborn or rebellious child, basically, you know, they stone his ass to death, but basically blood for blood as well, you know. And that's something that, see, he's still, like I said again, you know, Esau, he's still getting that. Let me get that Psalm 73 and 5 real quick. Still getting this leniency, so to speak, but it's still, you know, it's starting to not work out too well for Esau like how we used to. Psalm 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Now, had this been a so-called black man, Hispanic, Native American man, if there's a death penalty in Wisconsin, which it could be, they definitely would have given Jake everything that they could. They'd have set his ass up to get that juice, man. If it's an electric chair or whatever. But when it comes to Esau, you know, he still has a little bit of slipperiness going on here. So let's go back into it. I'm willing to bet you everybody involved, the judge, the lawyers, all these people will tell you they Christians. Well, if you Christians, you should do what the scripture says and put this motherfucker to death. Now the taxpayer got to pay for this one. And he young. I think he just turned 18. I think he done this when he was 17. Let me see, Slovakia. Because he was trying to start somewhat of a race war or some crazy shit. But this is Esau, though. All right, let me see. It says, Nikita Kasep, 18, pleaded guilty to 2. And don't get me wrong, too. This could be an Israelite. But this just got Edomite written all over it, man. The spirit of this is Esau. That's why I'm saying that. Because it's not a skin color thing. Because your seed line goes through your father. And there are Israelites that look like this man. Okay, but it says he pleaded guilty to 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. So this wasn't his real dad, it was his stepfather. But that was his real mother. They dropped 7 other charges. Like, why are you dropping charges? You know what I'm saying? If you know that he's fully guilty, including 2 counts of hiding a corpse and theft. Why would you get rid of those charges? Because again, you know what I'm saying? I just read it. They're not in trouble as other men, but it's waning on E, man. Each homicide count carries a mandatory life prison sentence. The judge could have chose to make him eligible for parole after he serves 20 years, which I don't get that. They should be putting his firing squad. They should have been putting his ass to death, man. A trembling Cassa was not, so now you trembling. See, that's Esau. You know that spirit of Cain. But the punishment is too much for me to bear. He spoke only to tell the judge that he understood what he was doing, answering the questions with yes, your honor. All right. The district attorney, told reporters outside court that she will push for no parole eligibility. You should be pushing for it. Well, they may not have a death penalty there, but no, this nigga should be put to death, man. He said cops believe he shot his stepfather and mother at their home. Okay, let me see. He lived with the decomposing bodies for weeks. So the bodies just in the crib rotting. As a matter of fact, I forgot he took pictures of the bodies and all kinds of shit. Before fleeing across the country in his stepfather's SUV, $14,000 in cash, jewelry, passports, his stepfather's gun, and the family dog. That's E, man. This Edomite shit all day. He was eventually arrested. Okay, federal authorities have accused Kassep of planning his parents' murders, buying a drone and explosives, and sharing his plans with others, including a Russian speaker. They said in a federal search warrant that he wrote a manifest calling for Trump's assassination and was in touch with others about his plan to take Trump out and overthrow the U.S. government. Now, come on, bro. You doofy as hell. The killing of his parents appeared to be an effort to obtain the financial means and autonomy necessary to carry out his plan. Detectives found several messages on his cell phone. He asked how long he will have to hide before he is moved to Ukraine. An unknown individual responded in Russian, the complaint said, but the document doesn't say what that person told him. In another message, he asked, so while in Ukraine, I'll be able to live a normal life, even if it's found out I did it. Man, incredible, bro. All right, well, I think that's the end of the story here. As far as what they got in here, they don't have the whole hookup, because I remember seeing the other story on it, because he ended up staying with the decomposing bodies in the house for a few weeks. He ended up taking pictures of them. He was, he even actually texted somebody, looking at them rotting, the bodies rotting and all that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But this is Esau. As a matter of fact, let's just see. Let me see here. I would like to know if this place got a death penalty. Wisconsin. Let's see. Because if they do have a death penalty, they should have put his ass to death. But still, if you don't have a death penalty, you should be coming up with one to put his ass to death. Let me see. Okay, it says no, Wisconsin does not have the death penalty. The state abolished it in 1853. Well, they should bring it back, making it the first U.S. state to permanently end capital punishment for all crimes after just one execution. So they've only executed one. But aren't you Christians? I mean, isn't this a Christian country? Let me put in, is Wisconsin a Christian state? Well, we pretty much know all these states. They act as if they're Christians. But you don't keep nothing that's in the scriptures. How do we got this shit? It's lucky. Thinking. Come on, what's taking you so damn long to think through that? All right, shit taking too long. If anything, we already know what it is, you know. Let me just grab another script. But this is just Esau, man. He's being revealed as being the wicked. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that man of sin, that son of perdition, the man of lawlessness, is Esau Edom, the progenitor of the so-called white race. These people, matter of fact, I was watching this video with the elder over in London, where the Apostle Tahar, he was, kind of doing a review or a repost, so to speak, with the elder's video. And he was, it was an interview with these two, what appeared to be two so-called white men. And one of them, I think the one general or whatever, his name was Larry Johnson or something like that. But he said, America, basically they done killed so many people, it would take an eternity for them to wash away all that blood. You know what I'm saying? And, the brother was going off into all the scriptures, as to why Esau is the way that he is. He's the wicked. The Lord created him to be crooked, man. This man cannot be made straight. And you got Israelites that want this man to basically go into the kingdom with them. If these people were able to go into the kingdom and their bodies are not changed, you know what I'm saying? Because, the law, statutes, and commandments are being spoken of as being written on the minds and hearts of the Israelites when their bodies are going to be changed. So if you got Esau in the kingdom, I don't know if they teach that or not, but if you got Esau in the kingdom, he's definitely going to still try and conquer, rule, and, and he's just going to be a damn killer, man. This man has to be taken down and put in fucking chains. Because if he's running or ruling anything, it's just going to turn to shit. It just is what it is, man. He's the wicked. He is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. And when you hear about these heinous crimes like this, it be Esau. Don't get me wrong, no, Jake. Jake be doing shit. Don't get me wrong. Jake be doing shit. But as soon as you hear about a school being shot up, as soon as you hear about, somebody being dismembered, like who has the time to cut arms and legs and shit? You know how much effort that shit take? You cutting off people's head. You know how gruesome that is? Matter of fact, Esau be cooking people. This motherfucker be eating people. This man is vicious as hell. And that's all he knows. He been doing the same shit. And then you got people that really believe that these people, they're good and can be good. And all of them are not like that. Man, look. Their track record for the past 500 years, at least with us, is horrible. It's horrible. So you're going to believe. Look at this dude. Salak, that's the brother here. Let me see. Salaki, bear with me here. Okay, so Salaki, yeah, the bro coming through. He's going, try and get something in, man. Going in on Esau. All the brothers going in on Esau ass, man. Because we're in that time. It's a part of the times where this man of sin, the son of perdition, the man of lawlessness, the man of destruction, he must be revealed. And you can clearly see, and they starting to tell on each other. Have you seen any of the interviews with Trump, Stephen Miller, this Christina, the Gnomes or whatever this bitch name, your Pam Bundys, all these Edomites that's in office right now with all this fucking killing they doing, standing on TV with the little gold chain with the cross on it and shit, talking about they Christians, killing all these fucking people, stealing lands, taking territories, kidnapping people. That's just been within these past just a week of this man, of a new year for this man. Just imagine a month, 2 months, 3 months, a half a year with this guy. Ain't no telling where we gonna be at with this man. You got ICE agents shooting bitches in the face. And he let off in her face a few times. I'd be surprised if any of her head was left. And then they're not going to prosecute this guy. The FBI, I think they done stepped in and basically, they have it where the local law enforcement can't even tackle the investigation. You know what I'm saying? So, they're going to sweep all that shit under the rug. Then she's supposed, this lady is a U.S. citizen. And the way that he done it, they trying to make it seem as if, and then, yeah, it's just, anyway, that's a whole nother lesson, man. Esau is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. It's best that you not be around these people if you don't have to be. I got my little rule where I go to work. I get my coins, you know what I'm saying? I get my little daily bread, and you know, I deal with them as I have to deal with them, and I get the fuck away from them as soon as my shift is up. All that old inviting me to places and would you like to go here? Would you like to go there? No, I'm good. I got something to do. You know, you don't have to tell them all your business and what you know, whatever. Nah, you know, I'm busy. They don't even need to know. You know, they trying to, you want to go out to the bar with us after? You want to go? Oh yeah, man, some of the guys are going fishing this weekend. You want to? Nah. Fuck all that. Go get your coins. Stay away from this man to the best of your ability. You don't need to be around him. Cause he's a magnet for death, man. He is death. Straight the fuck up. Like, come on, bro. Like, yo, what the fuck was it? Come on, bro. Look at this dude. And then he's got to be fed. This man is this guy is gonna be, well, you know, we hoping the Lord comes soon. But this guy is basically, you know, if he lived, because he's only 18, you know, let's think he lived another 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 damn years. Here you go, the state got to take care of this motherfucker. He just kick back, lounging. Then some of these states, you know what I'm saying? This guy can meet a woman. He can meet a woman online or pen pal, or, you know, how these people, you know, some of these bitches, you know, these white bitches, they love men that do shit like this. So they become, you know, like fans of them, sicko fans. You know, they'll write to him and shit, and they get to come visiting. Next thing you know, they done got married, and then next thing you know, he getting box in prison. He getting him some box. He being fed. You know what I'm saying? He floats on in there. He gets used to the place. He getting an extra scoop of motherfucking potatoes on his motherfucking plate. You know, he working in the laundry. He working it. You know, just in there, just, you know, oh, this is my life now, but my bitch is coming this weekend. You know, that's so he's able to just still live it up, being taken care of. He don't have to, you know, he don't have to, you know, go through the daily stress in life of wondering how he's gonna pay rent, pay bills. He's being taken care of by the very people that should have put his ass to death. Anyway, though, I just wanted to just touch on this for a hot sec. Quick little lesson, you know, just revealing Esau and his tactics, because this is how he gets down, man. This is how he gets down. These people have no problems, man, taking their own parents out. And then how you thinking you about to try and take out Trump, bro? And matter of fact, in the original article that I read, he was gonna try and do that to actually put a spark, or basically spark a race war, so to speak. That's what he really wanted to do. He wanted to basically start like a civil war, so to speak. He wanted to pretty much get that shit popping. That was all in the last article. I had to go back into that original one, but I seen this one popped up again today, and I'm like, all right, well, you know, they gave him this time, which they should have put his ass to death. But you know, they didn't get all off into what he was all into, man, because this is some wicked shit. But I mean, hey, this is the wicked running the earth. Esau is Esau, man, and again, stay away from it, especially in these last days, man. Especially in these last days. You don't volunteer to be around people like this, man. You know, I'm good. Like I said again, go get your coins, go get your daily bread, get the fuck away from these people as soon as you can, man. It's really that simple, you know. It's really that simple, because you just never know when Esau been in Walmart stabbing people. Esau been, you know, acting like fake ICE officers, pulling up and snatching niggas up. You know, Esau been, you know, he's been doing it all, man. And since Trump been in office, these people really done, it's like the Lord done clicked the switch on to show you that they're the wicked. Matter of fact, let me end out with this. Because this scripture right here, this is Ecclesiasticus 12. Let me start at verse 10, but I want to get the point at around 13. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. So basically, you not listening, and when they do it, when these motherfuckers get at you and do what they do, that's when you're going to realize I should have fucking listened. Right? Verse 13, the point. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? No one's going to pity you and you dealing with wild ass beasts, man. And that goes for Esau as well, because he's the wildest, the most cunning of the beasts in the field, man. This man is you know, he has wickedness embedded in him. He was created that way. Verse 14, it says, so one that goeth to a sinner, verse 13 was the point. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? No one is going to pity you. You think it's going to be, you know, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why was you around this nigga? We've been warning you. We've been telling you. You know, we do understand that, you know, eventually Esau gonna run down on some of us. But that's a different situation. We ain't just trying to just be around these motherfuckers. You know, you can't pay me to go to a NBA game or NFL game or fucking MLB game or fucking none of that shit. Not when they're in numbers and they get a little beer into them. They get to drinking, they get numbers on them. And they're, you know, Esau fuck you up. They 5 or 6 of them to just 1 or 2 of you. Shh. Huh. Telling you, man. Hey, stay away from these people. Stay away from these people to the best of your ability. Go get them coins, daily bread, punch out, and get the fuck away from these people. With that, shalom.